Okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Accounting Nightmare. Welcome Tag, welcome Goldorism. Good to see yous. Sorry for the late start today. I was busy doing stuff. And then I got distracted and now I'm here. Hi. Also I just drank some honey because my throat was a little bit sore. So that will help. Okay, fade this music out. Hey Silicon, how are ya? Unmute the game. Here we go. Alright, we'll continue 2.3 today. Ah, thank you for the gifted sub, Goldorism. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we were partway through 2.3 last time, so let's see if we can finish that today. I finished my Paladin level 50 quests. I've got a Paladin. Kinda cool. Now I am a Paladin. Sometimes. Next I'm going to be leveling Black Mage. And then Monk, and then I'm done with all the Realm Reborn classes up to level 50. I have mail! Oh, I'll have to check that. I like the Paladin set. Looks nice. Oh yeah, I meant to show... today I got some fidget toys in. Webcam. I've got an infinity cube. It's a cool little fiddly thing. It folds and folds and you just keep folding it around and it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, it's called an infinity cube. Okay. Turn on New Game Plus. I will try not to fiddle with it too much on stream because it does make some noise. Yeah, it is very metallic. Distraction toys, yes. It's cool though, I like it. Okay, speak with Minfili. Ah yes, so we just defeated Ramu. And we talked to Kani Sena in Gridania. And now we're headed back. Yeah, we're headed back to the Rising Stones. Yeah, I was distracted by reading the FF14 wiki, so I keep meaning to read up on the quests that were removed. Yeah, and so I just finished doing that. Actually, there was some interesting stuff removed. Dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. I want that. It's so cool. The colour scheme reminds me a lot of Anjanath. But is this based off the FF8 T-Rex? I forget what the colour scheme of that one was. I want it. Oh yeah, my Pally has some pretty looking abilities. Yeah, that one's cool. 8 Rex was red. Ah, okay. Interesting. Yeah, because that colour scheme is very Anjanath. Also kind of reminds me of Beast Wars Megatron. Purple Dino. Yeah, I like this animation because you can do it in the air and then you do like a... Whoops. I didn't do it right. Like you kind of like jump and then do an extra jump. A good animation. It does look like Anjanath? Yeah. Doesn't have the big weird nose thing that Anjanath has going on, but yeah. Yeah, Anjanath is a monster from Monster Hunter, for those who don't know. Yeah, Paladin just has a button that, hey, I'm not going to take any damage for the next 10 seconds, okay? Is that okay? Good. Just by the way, I'm going to take no damage for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's a cool animation. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the quests that were removed. Yeah, so a lot of people were saying that this stretch of quests between the end of 2.0 and the start of Heavensward was a slog, and I've been really enjoying it, but this explains why, because they removed some very fillery stuff here. So let's see. So when you're looking for Minfilia's adoptive mother, there's a couple quests there that were removed. You had to go to the church to talk to Father Iliad, and then talk to someone else and follow up on some rumours. And then once you found her, you had to go kill some monsters for her to help her make that perfume she wanted to give to Minfilia. So they removed that. And most of the stuff they removed was from 2.1, actually. That's why 2.1 felt so fast compared to 2.2 and 3 and onwards. So when we first get here, and when the Scions start moving into that building, yeah, we talk to this guy, Slafborn, and he jokes that, oh, I'm going to give you the work of 10 people. Yeah, originally he gave you a ton of quests you had to do. Lots of just fillery stuff. You had to go disarm explosives, you had to go fight monsters, you had to go follow up on a attacked supply carriage. You had to go to a dungeon, the Sunken Temple of Khan hard mode, which that's a cool dungeon. It was just very fillery. Yeah, you had to go do that so you could get a ward stone to help defend Revenant's Toll. Yeah, the text for this one's pretty funny. You have gained a ward stone, as well as a few more nightmares to carry on to the end of your days. Deliver the precious find to Slafborn at Revenant's Toll and be done with it. Yeah, so that dungeon's still in the game, it's just totally optional now, so that's good. There are like at least 6 quests. Things we do for tea, what was that? Oh yeah, then you went to find some tea leaves to help Tataru make a tonic. And all this was just removed from 2.1. And then 2.2 had some stuff, had some filler removed. You had to help the refugees move some cargo. And then, remember Hozan's father was complaining about the smell of chocobos? Originally he refused to get on the carriage because they smelt so bad. So you had to try to douse them in perfume to make them smell better, and then you had to make him a perfume scarf. Some of this quest text is funny. For the sake of Hozan's father, you must press your face against the chocobo and breathe deep of its musk. As the pungent odour fills your sinuses, and the coachman's laughter fills your ears, you realise at once you have made a huge mistake. A baby Cerberus? Oh, is there a Cerberus? Hang on, I'm alt-tabbed. Oh, I think I missed it. Ah, that's alright. I'm sure I'll have one at some point. Yeah, so you make him a perfumed scarf so he doesn't have to put up with the smell. And then you help deliver meals to some of the refugees. What else was there? And then you had to go kill some cobras that were along the travel path they were going to take. And then when you were fighting the Sahagin, you had to plant some explosives to help do a distraction. And then there were a ton of quests from the Sylph stuff that we just did. That's why that stuff was really weird when we met up with the Scions in Sylphland territory. They were talking about, we had a situation and they were mentioning imposters. Yeah, there were like 5 quests where there was a tempered Sylph who was playing tricks and posing as Scions. And he had to like make these scale bombs and use them to unmask the imposters. Yeah, there was a whole thing that was removed. So that explains that. And then there was a quest where Tataru, yeah, it was right about here in the storyline actually, that Tataru wants to help out, and she tried to start mining to make money for the Scions. But you had to go save her from a Mormole. And so that one was removed. And that is everything except there's one more quest removed that's from 5.4. Sorry, no, 2.4. Not 5.4. Yeah, the next patch, which I haven't done that patch yet, so... Yeah, so they've removed a lot of nonsense, filler stuff. Basically, it's a whole thing. Yes! Exactly. Alright. Well, let's go report in to Minfilia. We just defeated Ramu. Ramu wanted to test us to see if we were strong enough to defeat the darkness. And that just involved fighting him. It was a cool fight, though. Yes, I have a melon following me. Oh, it's not in here, but yeah, I have a melon pet. Tataru content is not filler. Oh, touche. Yeah, that's fair. Also, welcome, Atalva. Alright, any new dialogue around here? The children are quick to take to Eorzean ways, but I cannot claim the same flexibility. Judy calls? Well, no matter the task, I have faith you will see it through to the end. Take care, Melchan. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures when you return. Hey, Miss Melchan, what's a Ramu? Is it cute and fluffy like a horse bird? Well, he had an enormous beard. Does that count as fluffy? I tried substituting native ingredients several times, but the result was but a pale imitation of authentic Doman cuisine. Mayhap one day we shall accompany you into the field, but for now we must see to less glamorous duties. Speaking with Master Coulter has opened my eyes to a great many things. I had no idea the world outside Doma was so strange and wonderful. Worried about leaving us alone? Don't be. While the Archons are away, Hoary Boulder will keep the little ones safe. Miss Melchan, is it true you're going to go adventuring again? I'm so jealous. Oh, that's everyone in here. Go report to Minfilia. Welcome back, Melchan. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of my own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Leven, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Oh, that's right, yeah, Urianger was there when we fought Ramu. He was studying the primal.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Why does he have a name like Hoary when his hair is still red? What does Hoary mean again? I've forgotten.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus.
Elidibus.
Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
Grey or white, with or as if with age. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tag.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls.
I like this little presentation that they do. Really cool background info on how the world works.
Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called Immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
a soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Scions took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
Kind of hard to forget about that, Thancred. You don't remember this presentation? It's pretty good. I like it. But yeah, we're running Praetorium all the time at the moment, Thancred, to get lots of tombstones for the event, so...
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Scions in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Scion soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
No voice acting for this part. One of them said the Lord of Leathern has returned to the ether, like Leviathan before him. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. I'm never going to remember all of their names. There's a lot of different names here. The limitless potential of man. Hydaelyn's servant grows mightier by the day. That one's name is Ultima. It's very similar to Ultima. Yet she prospers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. The rejoining. Hey freak, welcome! Yet even as it innovates, the ardour empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. La Habrea. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. This whole area here is very Kingdom Hearts, isn't it? Well, and Kingdom Hearts is very Final Fantasy, isn't it? Quest complete! Hard to forget about friends getting possessed and causing a mess. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, there's still more in 2.3. Certainly an interesting scene in retrospect. Yeah, that's a scene I definitely want to come back to later once I understand more what they're doing. Now the matter of Ramuh has, for the present, been put to rest, there is something I would show you, Melchan. It is a letter of thanks, signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scions' tireless service to the realm. It mentions, in particular, the names of all of the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mogulmog 12, Leviathan, and now Ramuh. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I, too, must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, Melchan, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Pray do not understand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm, until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals, too, will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. These days, Kingdom Hearts is just very Disney. Tried to get into Kingdom Hearts several years ago, but bounced off it hardcore. It is a lot to get into. It's nice that they've released that big collection now of all those different games, so that's cool. Makes it a bit easier. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish naught of conflict. Of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Toll, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Scions, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Who was this? I've forgotten. Oh, Alphinaud. Alphinaud, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention. There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organisation we discussed. Speaking of KH, can you link your favourite out-of-context clip? Yeah, go for it. Ah, I have a message for you from Ellie. You recall the refugee girl? The one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. Oh, I'm glad. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphinaud, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Little teasing. Melchan, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment, and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Only way to solve the problems in Ul'dah is pretty much to drop a fire 4 on a syndicate meeting. Yup. Eat the rich. After we parted in Ul'dah, I paid a visit to the refugees. Though a fundamental solution remains far off, I believe that at the very least there should be no unarmed uprisings in the near future. I am given to understand that you resolved the matter of Ramu. I will ask Minfilia for a full report when next we speak. You have done well, Melchan. I realise that you must be quite tired from your travails, but I would most appreciate it if you could find a moment to speak to the young Yozan. He has been through much in his own right, I'm sure. Here we are. Got people have moved around. More dialogue. The storm has passed, and a moment's quietude is ours. Tataru is using her newfound time to further her studies, and I would follow her example. Woo! Someone bought my pants I made. Sorry. If living in Eorzea has taught us anything at all, it's that such restful moments are fleeting. Dark clouds ever stir anew on the horizon. Should I say the name of the person whose dialogue I'm reading? Because I can't do enough voices to cover all these people. So for people who are listening while doing stuff, maybe I should say whose dialogue I'm reading.
It's Riku! They put bugs in him.
What?
Vicky! It's Riku. They put bugs in him.
What?
That's really good. They put bugs in him. That's really good. With the Doman younglings dashing around hither and yon, there's hardly a moment of peace to be had. That said, travelling with Ida, it's not as if I knew much peace to begin with. And like, almost everything Papalimo says is a dig at Ida. Like, I get that they're meant to be like the odd couple, but I don't know, he comes across as kind of too mean, I think. I told Philamen all about our adventures in the Sylphlands, fake Thancred and all. You won't tell the real Thancred, will you? I do not know where we would be without Higiri. The girl has worked tirelessly for us every day since her arrival. Do you suppose all Doman women are so diligent? I'll go talk to these people first. Despite all the hardships they have faced, the younglings pursue their training with great zeal. We older ones would do well to follow their example. Ah, Melchan. Care to watch the lessons before you journey on your way? I dare say your presence would go far to inspire the younglings. Boulder. Repetition and routine begets skill. Skill begets confidence. I will do what I can to see the Domans regain their strength of will. Many of my countrymen have found work as frontier hands, helping to transport supplies and continue the expansion of Revenant's Toll. I have been tasked with keeping the equipment here in good repair. It is not particularly glamorous work, but I would help in whatever way I can. $137, $138, $130... Oh, hello there. I've been charged with keeping inventory. Philamen tells me it's vitally important... Oh dear, I seem to have lost count. Oops. Sorry. Never is a woman more lovely than when she's hard at work, I say. A wild rose, strong and beautiful, blooming tall in the face of the frozen winds. Okay, he's just standing there, just watching her. Okay. Alright. Are you taking a rest too? Promise you'll play with us again soon. That game of hide and seek in Vesper Bay was the most fun I've had in forever. If I were as big as a mountain and strong as a bear like Mr. Boulder is, maybe I would like fighting more. Yozan's always been the strongest of us, but even he's no match for Kaharu when she's mad. Look, it's Miss Melchan. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals, and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Well, if you go to my YouTube channel... Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Miss Melchan? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coulternet, did you know that Miss Melchan is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Melchan. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coulternet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. I'm probably not pronouncing Coulternet right, hey? It's probably got a silent T, maybe? I don't know. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore, we are adventurers. And we were just asking Miss Melchan if she could give us special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Melchan? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Ori, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Aha, well, mayhaps I am. But what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Melchan? Will you consent to spar with me? Hurrah! We're to have a tournament! Come on, everyone, we must prepare our gear for an outing. Wait, a tournament? Do try not to disappoint them, Have faith, Coulternet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. So turn we to heroes, of conscience abstain. May all stop at naught till what's lost is regained. Oh, hello again. Flamen has been teaching me some Eorzean ballads. Though I hail from a faraway land, there is something about music that truly transcends borders. Higiri has told me about a Doman tea with a most remarkable fragrance. What I would not give to taste it for myself. I think everyone over here is... Hosen's still here. Hey, Hosen. Where did everyone run off to all of a sudden? It is not that I mind so much. The quiet is most conducive to focusing on my tasks. Tataru! Hey Tataru, we're gonna go have a little tournament thing. Nothing warms me inside quite like Higiri's tea. Truly, it is salve for the body and soul. Let's see what Minfilia thinks of all this. Probably doesn't care. We'll check though. Oh, Alphinaud's still here. Yeah. Just as some children possess wisdom beyond their years, some adults are little more than children writ large. Remember this, and it should save you a measure of frustration in your dealings with those around you. I dare say they heard you talking a mile away. Ida and Thancred dashed out not moments ago. Will they ever start acting their age? Paladin is so shiny. Ah, got my melon. A melon. It's a strange melon that follows you around. It also occasionally splits in half and then comes back together again. Poke. There we go. Over here. Cleo! Hello, sweetie. I already fed Cleo, so we probably won't be seeing her this stream. Unless she comes over here. Cleo! No. Doesn't need me at the moment. Since becoming a Scion, I have had much opportunity to hear news of your epic deeds. I must confess, then, that my excitement rivals that of the children's at the prospect of seeing you in action firsthand. Miss Melchan is here. Let the battle begin. As we left the Rising Stones, Mr. Thancred asked us where we were going. I told him we were off to watch you and Mr. Boulder fight, and he looked very surprised. I hope we haven't made him cross. We had a Master of Lessons back in Doma, and the way he taught us was very different from Mr. Boulder. I'm not sure which way is better, but I think I like them both. Is sparring dangerous? I don't think I want to see anyone else being hurt. Aww. 'Twas good of you to agree to this, Melchan. I trust you are ready to begin. Yeah. Battle. Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ahem. Hori, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Melchan you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Melchan to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Who's this, Thancred? Yeah, Eda and Thancred. Eda? Or who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Melchan's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. Aww. We shall soon see. On your guard. Day and night I've honed my skills. Now comes the time to test them. This should be interesting, says Coulternut. So hey, we're both paladins. Ah, well. Such power! The tails barely do you justice. Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he? It's not over yet. It can't be. Aye, the children have the right of it. 'Tis time I join the fray. On your feet, Hori. Go for the squishy first. I must admit defeat. 'Twas an honour and a privilege. As he passes out. Oh no, he looks hurt. Miss Melchan is so strong, but you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. Oh, he's fighting again. You should probably just give up. Rip. Had to teach Hairy Boulder who is the warrior of light. You have bested me. I yield. That was incredible. She beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Melchan. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I've much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Impressive as always, Melchan. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Carteneau. Hello, Cleo. Where'd you come from? Suddenly we have a cat. Here. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favourable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus's single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people, these wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people, that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. Aww. The small plotline of the archer lady, who apparently dates both Hori and his brother, is a bit funny to follow. That sounds good. I too will endeavour to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better future. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat, and effectively counter the schemes of the Scions, is a new, expanded organisation that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. Words are hard. If you would aid me in building such an organisation, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Nod. Everyone's gone. Oh yeah, is there a mailbox here? I have mail. There is a mailbox. Well, a Moogle. Not in New Game Plus. Oh my god. Fine, I'll check my mail later. More dialogue. Our dome and farming methods have been adopted here on the frontier. 'Tis too early yet to know if they will prove to be effective. I wish Ida were not so eager to look to the future when we have so many problems in the here and now. I can't wait for Alphinaud to start his new company. I love making new friends. I fear Ida's boundless optimism is beginning to affect my better judgment, and your tendency to triumph against the most terrible of foes is certainly not helping matters. Sorry. Your bout with Hoary Boulder was more stirring than 100 lines of my most passionate poetry. Perhaps I should arrange a sparring match of my own. No, this won't do at all. And then I'll have to... Oh, hello, Melchen. If you don't mind, I'm terribly busy at the moment. This place has become as a hive, and its bees flit about in constant motion. Perhaps a soothing pot of tea will coax one or two to alight and take a moment's rest. 'Tis not enough that I am here for my daughter. I must do what little I can to help you all succeed in your monumental tasks. I thought the idea foolish at first, but it seems that sparring match well served its purpose. Why, I can hardly wait to return to my studies and seek to improve upon my technique. My people's spirits were thoroughly crushed by the loss of our homeland, but thanks to your courage and generosity, I see their inner flames once more flicker back to life. I too have felt my strength of will make a gradual return. Aww. I like the way Mr. Coulternet fought. No swords or fists. I wonder, if I studied hard, would I be able to cast spells like that too? Mr. Boulder is sore and beaten, but he said he'd return straight to his training. I don't think he likes to lose. We need to decide who in our adventurers guild will do what. I'm fairly sure Yozan will have to be the sword fighter. He always has to be in the thick of the action. Mr. Boulder fought well, but he was no match for you, Miss Melchen. Just you wait. One day I'll be good enough to knock you from the top of your mountain. Melchen, I must thank you again for agreeing to our bout. And I must thank the gods 'twas not a duel to the death. I will, however, cherish the lesson of each scrape and bruise as I work to better my swordplay. That everyone? Yep, okay. Archer lady? Where is Archer lady? Is she in a different room or something? This door has always confused me. It feels like I should be able to go through here, but no. Where is Archer lady? Is she out here? But she was supposed to be here? Okay. Maybe it's at another point in time? I'll just quickly check this little pub area. Bum, ba, bum. Must be at another point in time. You have done it. Hunter rank 69. 69, 69, 6 Chimera points. 69, 69, 69 Zenny. Nice. Congrats, Silicon. Been a few months since you went through this. Okay. It might just be a little bit later. I'll keep an eye out. With the primal threat presently subdued, now is the perfect time to focus on new endeavours. Alphinaud has long been laying the groundwork for this organisation of his, and he looks to you to help turn his proposal into reality. Pray lend him what aid you can. Thank you for coming, Melchan. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organisation, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organisation is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what one might consider a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilisation of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organisation under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself had witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions' command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties, without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organisation and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true, border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members, while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. This part I remember being very, slow. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Laminsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Hungry but don't know what you want to eat? Yeah, that sucks. Oh, it's cold in here. Is that heater doing anything? Hope you find something to eat soon. There, at Bulwark Hall. That's over in Limsa Laminsa. Not sure what song that is. I don't think I recognise it. Alright. Really enjoying that water. But me? Yeah, my throat's getting sore for some reason. Trying to make it feel better by drinking some water. Ah, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Blofhiswin. While the Admiral and I are finalising promissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavoured to spread the word of our organisation through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter, that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Ah, I see. Your sore throat's gone, but you don't have much taste at the moment, so most options aren't very appealing. Oh, sorry to hear that. We have to go talk to 5 people. They're all over. Where am I? Here? Alright. Let's go Bard so I can run faster. Sprint! Cleo's make a noise, as cats do. An organisation with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Well, yeah. The Krakens do not stir before the currents can be read. For the present, my answer must be a respectful no. The Krakens are one of the pirate crews. Rainer. He's the leader of the Yellow Jackets. Basically the leader of the law enforcement here. Master Alphinaud's new organisation. Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa must needs receive my full attention. I wish you well in your endeavours, but the Yellow Jackets and the defence of Limsa's people must remain my sole priority. Well, so far we've had 2 no's. Where now? After Castle? Over there. Eh? Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sort of knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvelane's door. That went well. Do I need to fetch me a hook? I told you, go bother Carvelane with your talk of do-goodin'. That's the leader of another pirate crew. Alright, down here and over there. Hey, want to join the Justice League? Yes, exactly. I don't know why my character asks this person. This is the leader of the Armorsmith Guild and is also the leader of the... she owns the company that's... Yeah, she owns these docks. Yeah, where they build ships. She's actually the leader of that company, so she's very busy. So I don't know why my character's asking her. A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company. Well, I do admire the scope of your ambition. My responsibilities here at Naldik and Varmeli's keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armourer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. As noble as your cause may be, I have a duty to Naldik and Varmeli's, and to the forge. I can, however, be persuaded to furnish you with any metalwork you might require. Come back with a list of material and we'll talk. Okay, this one, just up here. Just going to assume Alphinaud gave me a list of people to ask. Yeah, actually that would make sense. That would make sense. Well, if it ain't Melchan, I'd not forget a venturer brave enough, or daft enough, to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Riol, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes? 3 whistles at Bronze Lake? Aye, it ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ha! Sounds like a right lark, it does. Alrighty, lass, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Yay, we got a recruit! Yeah, that's the guy who told us about how to actually get into Titan's... Well, Titan's bedchamber, as he put it. At least she offered something instead of just outright no. Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I can help at least. Alright, now we go to the airship landing. Which, actually I should just go to a Aetherite and teleport. The guard captain could have at least offered military aid. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's just like, nah, I gotta protect Limsa. Jerk. Well, we got 1 out of 4. 5, actually. 1 yes, 4 no's. Melchan, your recruiting went well, I trust. I am curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. Ah, a member of the legendary Company of Heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nofika's altar. On special commission, so yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I can just teleport to Gridania, but let's take the airship. Gridania. Yeah. Gonna go scavenge for something that sounds appealing for eating? Good luck. Over there. Okay, what are you doing over there? Oh, that's right, that's where you go see the Elder. Making me run all over the bloody place. Alphinaud. My audience with the Elder Seed Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates as run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Oh, hi. Hildy. Alright, where are we going? There. There, there, there. Okay. I'll run. Yeah, this quest is a lot of just running around. This is the kind of the slow part. Friend of mine? Yeah, he's a guildie. One of our WoW Classic crew. Oh, it's just me and him online at the moment. Yeah. Oh, I have to run through the gate. How boring. Gritius. Hello? Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Ah? Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I got a friend request from someone? No. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscarin's. This guy, I didn't actually remember him, I had to look him up. I think it wasn't a quest I did on stream. I just watched cutscenes, but he was like selling info to the Garleans. Yeah, he did a bad thing. I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if jail had changed me more than I realised. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognised after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the wood whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may just be the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Aw, I hope he is. So who is this? Calto Aldis. Is this a stream viewer? Oh, that's you, Atalva. Nice. Accept. Excellent. Very good. Hang on, I have a little notepad I'm keeping of like who is whom. Just let me add you to my little friends list. FF14. Let's see, Calto Aldis is Atalva. Excellent. Alright, well, we got a second recruit. That's good. He's a reformed convict. You know, second chances are important. Is there much background noise coming through? I've got the heater going, but I don't think I set the noise removal correctly. My back is perfectly fine, I tell you. You'll have to tie me to my bed if you think to prevent me from... Ow! Well, mayhaps I will rest for just a short while. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Melchan, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then. But look how far you've come. Mother Mione tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Yay! If you would have me, I would be glad to join your new company. I shall make for Revenant's Toll once I've escorted my dear friend back home. Another recruit! So far the recruits we've gotten have been people we've had, people we've met throughout our journey, which is pretty cool. Oh yes, this guy. Yeah, this was the butler for the woman who went evil and turned into a serial killer. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honoured by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Oh. I must respectfully refuse your invitation. Your proposal promises new beginnings, but I am shackled to the sins of the past. By my own oath am I made prisoner, my chains forged of guilt and unforgivable cowardice. Yeah, because he knew that she has probably become a serial killer, but he didn't tell anyone until we came along. Ah yeah, the in-game rain sounds make it hard to tell. Okay, that's fair. A guy named Laurentius. Oh, is that a Dark Souls character as well? Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organisation is more organised. Burn. We got some recruits. Starting to look a bit more promising. Airship landing. And now off to Uldar to do the same thing. What news, Melchan? For my part, the Elder Seeds here was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer? Our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Uldar whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Uldar! Yes. He's a pyromancer with, I think, an Australian accent. That's cool. Speak with Alphinaud at the Royal Promenade. Alphinaud, sorry. Alphinaud. Cute. Bum, 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 bum. Hi. I really want to show all the class quest lines as well on stream, but there's so many. There's so much content in this game. Oh. You're heating up the oven. Did you miss much? We recruited a couple people from Gridania. So far the people we've recruited have been people we've actually met throughout our journey. So that's been pretty cool. And now we're at Uldar to try and recruit more people. Uldar, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. Let me start again. Uldar, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us here, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana would take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. That's fair. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Melchan. Alright. Where are we going? All over the Merchant Strip. Okay, let's start at the Gladiators Guild. Yes, we got the nighttime music. It's so lovely. Someone watching a cutscene. This is where the Hildebrand stuff was, so they're probably doing Hildebrand stuff. Wait, you're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Oh, this was the leader of the youths, who were trying to steal crystals from the Amolja. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking. About our homeland, and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realised how easily I'd been manipulated, and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Yay! It's a good feeling. We saved him and now he's on a good path. Alright, down to Miners Guild. Maybe you should play and run through the class quest for me, so I don't kill my voice trying. That could be cool. Yeah, you'd have to play through the main story stuff too, though, sadly, to unlock the later class quests. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson, of the Church of Saint Adama Lendama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion? Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek then. Your proposed organisation sounds like a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Oh. I could never abandon the children, or my work at the Lich Yard. I will, however, pray for your success. Okay, this way. Hello, this is the blue mage trainer. And his friends. Hopefully I can do more of that soonish. Yellow Moon. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Well. Pray take your crude affections elsewhere. Bitter snow is the only love I'll require. Alright, well, we tried. Up this way. You don't have the money or time to play an MMO anyway? Lendebert. One of the Alamegan refugees. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. Seems the would-be saviour of Uldar's refugees went and got himself killed, and not by your hand. He was just as much a pawn as the hapless cast-offs he sought to deceive. Huh? That's not why you're here? Aye, you'd be surprised what rumours drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organisation is funded by corrupt coin, by Syndicate money. Yikes. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. My advice, soldier, cut your ties and run. Your shining company will be naught but a puppet that dances to the Syndicate's tune. Well, that's a bit of a concern. A company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighbouring nation. Well, we got some recruits. We heard a scary rumour, though. Go talk with Alphinaud. I think we're done with this part. Let's go back to Paladin. How fared you, Melchan? What hidden gems did the streets of Uldar offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Melchan. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the Syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinised and recorded. This organisation will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumours and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It would not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones, and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. It doesn't matter the origins of every coin, because if the Syndicate are funding it, then they can, you know, make certain demands.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphinaud's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience. Since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
At least the voice acting got better for the most part in the ARR patches. Yeah, that was a lot better than a lot of the earlier cutscenes. Aw. Yeah, I really like both of them now. I understand more the situation they're in, the good that they're trying to do, and yeah. Just feel bad for them. Hey, Counting, how are ya? Heavy lies the head that wears the crown, yeah. Alright, back to Revenant's Toll. What the? Is that a saber-toothed cat? Saber-toothed tiger? It's awesome! I feel like every day I play this game I see something cool and new that I didn't know existed. That outfit looked like Cloud's. Oh yes, yeah, I think I have Cloud's outfit. It was from... Can I look at my armoire from here? I don't think I can. I think I have Cloud's outfit too, though. I think it was from one of the collector's editions. Any new dialogue here, or is this the same? Yeah, I think that's the same. Subscription reward. Ah, yep. That would be where I got it from then. So I paid for like 3 or so months in advance. Yeah, I paid for like 3 months in advance, and then I got a bunch of stuff in the in-game mail. So yeah, I think that's where I got it. Along with Squalls, Furians, and Zedanes. Okay, cool. Oh, that is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Melchan. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. My grandfather formed the Circle of Knowing in the hopes that, through the accumulation of knowledge, Eorzea might be saved from disaster foretold. A band of champions brought together by a common goal, to lead our realm to a better tomorrow. Though our means may differ, I would like to believe I do him proud in undertaking this new endeavour. Aww. Heretical Harassment. Interesting quest name. Yes, there's still more quests. We're still in 2.3. Greetings, Melchan. Alphinaud tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organisation. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphinaud to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him, and see if there is aught he requires? Would you speak with Slathborn and offer to ease his burdens? The town was already fit to burst with adventurers and refugees and the like, and I fear the addition of Alphinaud's recruits has only added to the chaos. Gonna go cook your biscuits? Ooh, have fun. I think we've got a little bit of fillery stuff at the moment, so... Shiny! Bum-ba-da-bum. Hello. What can I do for you, Mel-chan? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Ha! I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaffborn, the shipment! We couldn't... Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? Hi. I'm here. If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Four-Temps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Mel-chan, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Four-Temps? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realise I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favourable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Haurchefant will be glad of your assistance. I will send a missive to Camp Dragonhead and let Lord Haurchefant know of the attack, as well as your impending arrival. Fair fortune go with you, Mel-chan. Oh my god, that saw! Look at that carpenting saw! That's amazing. Okay, off to Kurthus. Kurthus? Whee! I'm a paladin now. For now. I change my mind quite often. Well, well, if it isn't my fine friend, Mel-chan Angura, would you care for a plate of roast caracal, some mulled wine? No? Ah, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
I think this is the first time he has a voice.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil.
Trespassing.
Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts.
So it's House Fortom. Okay. How do you pronounce his name, by the way? Because I have no idea.
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Haurchefant Fortom. Haurchefant Fortom. Thank you, counting. Haurchefant. Haurchefant. I shall try to remember that. Furtive bands of men have been spied by patrols out of Whitebrim Front. Perhaps Lord Haurchefant will know more of the brazen heretics we seek. Which way are we going? Ah, over there. Whee! From one lord to another. It's cool revisiting these characters that we helped out in the 2.0 story. The she's not quite that sharp, it's more like Cher. Haurchefant. 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 Hear it plenty. Ah, cool. Nice. It's good when you get to hear the voice actors say the name of something or someone, so you actually know how it's pronounced. Is this the right building? Yes, it is. Hello, I'm just lying. Oh, there's a ceiling. My worst enemy. Ceilings. Okay. Lo-chan, welcome, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We shall rebuild sure and strong, that the Dravanians might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organisation that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervour. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. I think I know what's going on. Mayhaps you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Yeah, so you actually can come back and you can do Stone Vigil hard mode, which is where you, like, they actually retake Stone Vigil with your help, so that's cool. So now we have control of Stone Vigil again. We kick the dragons out. Kick their butts. Upstairs. Aha. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was travelling my usual route to White Brim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armour, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Ouch. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. 'Tis likely they've taken my cargo to Snowcloak, hardly the most hospitable of places at the best of times. No, I believe I'll cut my losses rather than risk meeting with those bloodless fiends again. Bloodless fiends? Wait, what were they? Well, we're going to go fight some heretics, so I guess we're about to find out. This fate's description is pretty good. Giants demanding answers to their riddles 3 are preventing a party of naturalists from returning to Snowcloak. The problem is that even though the naturalists, learned men and women by trade, somewhat correctly answered all 3 riddles, the giants still refuse to let them pass. So now we have to beat them up. That's a pretty funny setup. Oh. Heretics! Oh no! My life belongs to the lady, they say. Draw your weapon, foul... Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties, and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone. Vanished like icy wraiths. Hello? Mysterious person? Oh no! Bugger off. It's very rude when I'm watching cutscenes to ambush me. This isn't Bayonetta. Jerk. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. Some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twould be best were we to return to Whitebrim Front, and lay our suspicions before Lord Julmont. We cannot risk rushing blindly into ambush. The game kind of spoils it here because there's a little dungeon icon here. So that's pretty funny. Alright, back to Whitebrim Front. Got stuck. Mo-chan, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily. I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Haurchefant of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. We could fly over there, or I could just teleport. Welcome back, Tag. We're back in Korthos. There were a Rathalos! Rathalos. Rathalos. Oh, come back! Oh. Anyway, there was a shipment of supplies coming from our friends in Korthos down to Revenant's Toll that was ambushed by heretics. So we're here investigating the heretics. And yeah, it seems that heretics are on the rise in this area. And they are very zealous. They keep talking about a Lady Iceheart who leads them. And they're devoted to her in almost a religious way. Like, yeah. And we found that this is probably their lair. Yeah, so we've considered the supplies lost for now. But yeah, there's always a new threat here in Eorzea.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche.
Either he's really tall, or I'm really short, or both. Yes. My character is rather short, because Aura are short, apparently. Ellison are also just kind of tall.
On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Alright. Back to report at the Revenant's Toll. Pray tell the frontier hands to fret not over stolen supplies. 'Tis but a pittance compared to the rewards we shall reap for having a solid stronghold in Mordona. Yeah, he's all aboard with Revenant's Toll. Because it defends Korthus lands from these Empire outposts. So he's sending supplies and stuff to help out. Well, it's nearly 7 o'clock and we're still going with 2.3. Well, we've nearly finished 2.3 now. Melchan, 'tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Korthus? Lord Haurchefant is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Haurchefant for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinaud's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Brave new companions. While you were away in Korthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed. Although Tartaru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Tartaru yet seemed buried in details for the upcoming ceremony. I imagine she might appreciate the aid of a reliable adventurer. Yes. Bum, bum. Any new dialogue here? No? Okay. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents... Why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my wastepaper basket. Oh, Melchan, you startled me. You wish to lend me a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphinaud if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organisation is a well-dressed organisation, I suppose. Alright. Present the uniforms to the recruits. There's 8 of them. Okay. One last little errand to do. Aha. You hussy. Who is that? Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself 'tis an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. A deep blue uniform, crafted specifically for Alphinaud's new trial organization. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be a wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. That's actually a good idea. I began as a humble Aetherite guard, yet as you have witnessed, I stand poised to join the rise of a glorious new order. Where before my pockets were empty, now shall they bulge with coin. Settle down there, mate. Oh, up there. Oh, I'm just going to fly up there rather than take the long way. Eliane. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurer's life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. Ah yes, the uniform. Thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organisation is somewhat intimidating. Do the others have their uniforms already? I should really be on my way before the ceremony begins. I will make you proud, Isildur. People are everywhere here. Wait, how do you get up here? Ah, there's stairs. Riola, the company of heroes dude. He actually was an Aetherite guard in 1.0. Oh, yes. Oh, that's cool. That's a good callback. Merchandising, merchandising. I love that movie. Spaceballs. It's good. Hello there, lass. Looking for me, was you? I'd suggest giving a whistle, but I'm not sure as I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh-ho! Proper uniforms and all. This thing'll cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Here's hoping I don't run across any of me old mates wearing this outfit. I'll have their laughter ringing in me ears for days. Hey, it's Wilred. The Alamegan youth. Little Alamigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll, that this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. It is not that I enjoy baring my skin, you understand. Thanalan was simply very hot. Never mind. Where's this person? Aha. Melchan and Gura? Gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. 'Tis an honour to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. I have followed the deeds of the Scions with the greatest awe and admiration. To fight at your side has long been a dream that I can scarce believe is coming true. This one first. I don't believe we've met. I'm Ilberd, and I will have the honour of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. The uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is, essentially, a band of strangers. I was barely more than a refugee myself for a time, and I know what it is to be without hope. I shall do my utmost to see this company succeed. Hi, splat. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hearty defender of Limsa Lominsa. Yet in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for colour. Forgive me for shedding the red, Admiral, but I must devote my efforts to the greatest good. Alright, one left. Aha. Ah, yes, that's right. This is pretty funny. We're all looking out. Wait, did you say something? What'd you say? Run away, come back. No? Okay. I thought she had dialogue. I thought it best to mimic my fellows here, but I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Ah, our new uniforms! I'm reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. No, I failed to see what so engages their attention. Now we're done with our little errand, meeting all the different recruits. Yes, Mo-chan? Ah, Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits? Some few answered the call to arms I put forth, through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Mo-chan. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. You could just, you know, ask. But that would be awkward.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dome, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Crystal Braves is an awesome name. I love it.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
I really like the uniforms. Lovely blue.
A rousing speech, Alphinaud. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Lever you. I need to remember that. Lever you.
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Nod.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening.
Phone calls never seem to be good in this universe.
So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Alarmingly close to that of Ultima.
I wonder, have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Hear, feel, think? No, we haven't actually.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Oh, another cutscene. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. They have a lot of soldiers. That must be the Holy See, the leader of Ishgard. Well. There were two Scions standing next to the Holy See. One of them was the white one, Elidibus. The cat was snoring there for a bit. Aw, cute. Well, okay, yeah, that's the end of 2.3, and now we're caught up to where I'm up to. We could start the next patch. We could make some progress into it. Ooh, what's this? That's a black mage staff. Oh, it's amazing. Mado brush. Oh, I love it. I love that. Well, we can start the next quest. Yeah, so the different patches, they actually have names. So 2.1 was called A Realm Awoken. That was where we fought good King Moggle Mog 12. May his radiance shine upon us forever. And also moved to Mordona. Patch 2.2 was called Through the Maelstrom. That's where we met Ugiri and where we fought Leviathan. And 2.3 was called Defenders of Eorzea, where we fought Ramu and, well, we just did that stuff just then. Alright, patch 2.4 is called Dreams of Ice. So this is new to me now. Traitor in the Mists. Gloves. Oh, try as I might, I cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us naught to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. Until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Scions, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphinaud did well to found their organisation, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Aww. Alphinaud has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again. Were you to offer? I should be most grateful if you were to go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Help out Alphinaud. Alphinaud refused the Archon's help, but I believe that he would welcome yours. I should be most grateful if you would place yourself at his disposal. Because we're the best there is. Hey, we've got Crystal Braves hanging out here now. New dialogue. Oh, from invoices to petitions to... It's a war, Melchan. That desk is my front line, and I fear I have been overrun. Many of my countrymen are skilled with bow or blade. I have made it my mission to rally those with such talents to the Braves' cause. I only hope we can be of some small assistance. Ida. Condemn refugees to death. Wait a minute, that's not right. Wait, what? What are we talking about? in which event we must guide them to Little Alamigo, else we condemn them to certain death. Ida, what did I just tell you? Dispatch the first unit to Uldar. The second and fourth are to stand by for further orders. In traditional Doman cuisine, we strive for perfect balance, not only of flavour and texture, but also of nutrition. For a meal to be truly satisfying, it must nourish the body as well as delight the senses. If Hagiri and our more skilled culinarians work closely together, I dare say they could create extraordinary dishes, sure to satisfy Eorzean and Doman alike. Yes, yes. 'Twould be foolish to sacrifice nutrition for flavour. A dazzling floral arrangement, each blossom a peerless beauty in her own right. Ah, the blessing and the burden of an overactive imagination. Look forward, never back. Devote yourself only to the present. This is what I've learned from the Domans. Those azure uniforms are really rather striking, but I think I shall remain a Scion for the nonce. These walls have become my home, and the Scions my family. Besides, I'm not sure blue is really my colour. The green in my cassock brings out my eyes, just as Hori's breeches bring out the red in his. Breeches? Yeah, whatever you say, mate. Where have those younglings disappeared to? Making the most of their newfound freedom, no doubt. Alright, I actually need to go to the bathroom, so I think I'll do that now, in case we're pulled into a long cutscene. Yeah, I'll go do that now. Let's do the idling camera. Hey Duct Tape, how are ya? The red pants under his armour, yeah. Oh, that's a camera angle. Alright, I shall be back pretty soon. Just gonna go to the bathroom. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Hi. Now, not sure how much longer we'll go, but we'll go for a little bit. I've been wanting to make story progress for a while, so... Thank you, Tag. Cleo! Come here, sweetie. Oh, hello. Cleo's just hanging out in the kitchen. Aww. Hello, Bubby. How you doing? Let's see, I think she's looking for somewhere warm to lie. I'm gonna offer her my blanket. See if she wants to share the blankie with me. Yeah, look at that blankie. Yeah, we've got a blankie there. I have set the bait. Blanket. Who should take? Join me. Join me. Yeah. I watched Cat never cuddles, so... Onwards. What is it, Mo-chan? And do be concise, I am rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. No, she left. Bloody cats. No. Which is not to say that my men want for labour. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself. but my presence is required elsewhere. She'll lay on it after I ignore her long enough. Yes. I'll leave it and hopefully I'll find a cat on it later. Yeah, she won't take it if she knows I'll want her to take it. She's very prideful like that. She's got to pretend it was her idea, not mine. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Melchan. I have given Captain Ilberd charge of the matter. Tell him that I sent you. Yep, talk to everyone, I think. Ilberd.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you?
Oh, he got a voice too. Lots of people getting voices in these patches.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
The quest is called Traitor in the Midst, so...
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Should we go somewhere more private, or...?
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy.
The Ivy.
He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root.
The difference between Ilberd's 2.x voice and his voice from Heavensward is so massive, it honestly kind of hurts your brain. Just about everyone got recast for 3.0. Yeah, it's going to be jarring once I start Heavensward. Yeah, Steve started Heavensward and he... Heavensward? 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 I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a strange expansion name. Yeah, he said it was very jarring to get used to the new voices.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway. And if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
We have to be prepared while not seeming prepared? I think at some point they decided the Alamegans should all have Yorkshire accents. Huh, okay. Interesting. Nod. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Reborn. Just cleaning my glasses a little bit. I'm looking at chat as if I can read it. I'm very short-sighted, so... Chat is a blur. What was that? A little bit of dust or something on there. Okay, that's better. Whoa, really? For what it's worth, with one exception, which was beyond their control, the voice actor was murdered. Holy crap! The voices from Heavenswood onwards has stayed the same. Okay. Can guarantee your eyes are worse. Aww. Jeez. Murdered. Ooh. We must begin by apprising General Reborn of our findings. Pray meet me at the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Hoorah! Same dialogue? Yep, okay. Off to Fulda. -12 and astigmatism in both eyes. Yeah, I've got astigmatism as well. I'm not sure what my prescription is, though. I should ask. By an ex-partner? Oh, God, that's horrible. Can't focus past about 6 inches? How much is 6 inches? It's like a couple centimeters, isn't it? Yeah. Jeez. Hello, who are you? Field Marshal. Flame Marshal. Okay. Oh, about 15 cents. Oh, okay. Yeah, having glasses sucks.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Reborn. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Old friends.
But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye. We've both come far, have we not?
Hi.
Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads.
Ah, frenemies.
The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it.
Aye, that's right, yeah, Rauban rose through the gladiator pits.
Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
He bought the Colosseum, that's pretty funny. Rauban sounds exactly like Sean Bean now.
Pah! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Wilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought.
I mean, you should probably not look so serious if you, yeah. It's a good plan, just keep looking happy and...
To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the Monitarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General, you wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
I didn't nod. What? I've got a nod. Which of these do we want? I've got better gloves, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I bought the augmented ironworks ones. Strength, dex. I'll go with those ones. Bum 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 bum. Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones, and report to Commander Leveilleur. Yeah, back to the stones. I can't stop picking up this infinity cube and playing with it. I love it. It's great. It's so good. I love it. Put it down. Drop it. Yeah, so now there's crystal braves in all the major cities. Yeah, you can see crystal braves standing around in the 3, in Limsa Lominsa, Gridania, and in Uldar. So that's cool. Good touch. You should try printing one of those. Ah, yeah, you could probably 3D print them. Yeah, I bought mine for $10 USD. Not including shipping. Yeah. Oh, differences? No. Talk to you. Tataru, anything new? Nope. Okay. Gotta check in with everyone. Because some people have left. That's all the same. Alphinaud. We are returned from Uldar, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Uh-oh. Trouble? You will recall that the 4th was tasked with reconnoitring the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God damn it! According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing. But of course you are. Now, Eliane of the 4th lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Kentry. Seek her out, and she will apprise you of the situation. We've got Rubik's Cubes of various sizes. Ah, yep. Rubik's Cubes are nice. I got one. Fun to mess around with. Eliane of the 4th lies in wait in the Tangle, near the entrance to Castrum Kentry. You are the best chance we have of rescuing our comrade. I shall pray for your success. Alright, off we go. Rescue mission! A really nice 3x3 speed cube, working on learning the 4x4. Ooh, nice. I have no idea how to do 4x4s. I've learned the process for 3x3. I'm not very fast at doing it, but I can do it. Yeah, 4x4 is, oof, that sounds terrifying. Frogs. The 4x4 only has 2 additional algorithms for fixing parity errors. Oh, okay. That doesn't sound as bad as I thought then. Oh! It's a mud puppy! Not the cute kind of mud puppy either. Jerk. Hang in there, Resh. We'll free you yet. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh. Or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while our comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Kentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. That's Aliane. She's the one we recruited. Ding! Nice. Oh, I was hoping for that not to happen. You're a jerk! You're a jerk! Jerk! Boom! Jerk. That's what you get. Oh yeah, I think we actually have the... Let's see, emotes. I think we actually have their salute as well. Imperial salute, serpent salute, fist bump. No? No, I thought we learnt the salute. I guess not. God, that thing respawns fast. Let's get out of it. Oh, god damn it. If you switch this classes a couple times. Yeah, I noticed you seem to be a conjurer there. That's kind of cool. Or she... Was she an archer at some point? I forget. Attention... I guess we don't have that. It sounds like something that they would give us at some point during a quest, though. Alright, where are we going? Here. I've also got a side quest to do here, so I might as well do that while I'm here. Jessie, the Deputy President of Garland Ironworks. She wants to repair the weaponry on our Magitech armor. I might also do that. Sounds like fun. Hello. I am here. Might as well just fly over people, because we can do that. Hi. Rip. Collecting some parts. Starts off as Arcanist, switches to... Oh, okay, yep. Hi. I'll deal with you in a second. The most unobservant guard in the entire world. You know, I'm just gonna leave you. Oh! You had to turn around, eh? You had to. Stealing more parts. Jessie, or rather the real CEO of Garland Ironworks. Yeah, it sounds like she actually runs things while Sid is off doing whatever the hell he wants to do. Alright, there's the quest. Now I want to get these last parts first. Ah, right here. Hello. Oh, I forgot I can check my mail now. We're not in New Game Plus anymore. Whee! Good music here. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe the diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Nod. Thank you. Aww. Let's get out of here. Resh cannot move with those wounds. She'll need to be carried out. Yep. Right, commotion. I believe I can do that. Hi. Boom. Spirits Within feels so good to use. It's a move, it does more damage the more HP you have. Or like, yeah, how much percentage HP you have. So if you're full health, it does a ton of damage. Yeah, I quite like Paladin now. It's a robot! Urgh. Just like Tataru is the real brains behind the Scions. When you have enough clout to demand fiscal responsibility from the CEO personally and he obeys, then you run the damn business. Titles be damned. Ah, that's great. I'm not really scared here because I've got really OP gear. I bought a full set of Magitech, of augmented ironwork stuff. So I outgear this stuff pretty hard. I'm just gonna aggro like everything. That guy's like, nope, nope, pretending I didn't see anything or hear anything. Smart move. Aren't these the train tracks for the Doom train? I don't really want to hang out on these, but alright. You did this all as a warrior, had about the same experience? Nice. Yeah, tanks are so nice and beefy. No, no paralyze. Interrupt. The other one paralyzed me. Rude. Boom! There. Don't have to worry about no Doom trains today. Yeah, they reference the Doom train during the 2.0 storyline, that they have a train that runs between here and down here to this place, which is where we went for Ultima. Yeah, they referenced it, but I don't think we've seen it. This bloody mud puppy again. Smack you. Okay. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Leveilleur. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. Shortcut! Actually, let's go turn this side quest in, because I want to see what's up about these Magitech weapons. Jesse. Let me guess, you've lost, no, broken, no, traded for magical beans the parts we needed? She has an attitude. Well, colour me mildly impressed. I was half expecting the worst, and got, well, less than the worst. Don't get all giddy on me now. You're still not off the hook for stealing away Master Garland. But I'll admit, I'm beginning to see why he might feel the need to latch himself onto an adventurer like he might a stray pup. Alright, let's see if I can't salvage this mess of a masterpiece. A quest you recommend? Ooh, what's it called? Phew, I think that's it. Both Magitek and Photon cannons should be functional. That said, I'm no Garlean. There's no third eye hidden up under these lovely locks, and there's a great deal I don't know about their machina. Machina? I can't guarantee the cannons won't misfire, but then again, misfire is better than no fire, eh? Even so, I wouldn't recommend using the weaponry in actual battle. Speaking of fire, it's high time I got back to the ironworks. Patching up those cannons has given me a few ideas. You take good care of that armor, or you'll have me to answer to, Mel-chan. Magitechnical difficulties. Your Magitech's armor. The Magitech armor's Magitech and photon cannons are now operational. They can be accessed via the pet hotbar when riding your mount. Please note these weapons do not employ lethal force and have no effect in combat. Okay. Sounds cool. Cannon. Photon stream. Ah, that's cool. It's the abilities you use in the Praetorium. Oh, you got a tank! Let's have a battle! Fight me! Ah, scared. That's cool. Good feature. Over near the northeast gate. North, here in Revenant's Toll? Not yet? Oh, okay. I haven't unlocked it yet. Hurrah! Clunk, 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 clunk. There you going. Level 54. So, oh, okay, yeah, that wouldn't be until Heavensward then. Oh, I'll keep it in mind for later. Warrior of Light goes mad with power and terrorizes Mordona. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned. Though I doubt not your prowess, entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Mel-chan. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you say, Commander, I will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Mel-chan, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Kothas. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Even star gloves. Grab those. An influential Ishgardian wishes to meet the Warrior of Light. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Melchen. An audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honour to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favour. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Korthas. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Agree. Strong agree. If my many adventures in diplomacy have taught me anything, it is the importance of humouring those who have something one wants. Not every victory is won on a battlefield, my friend. 'Tis the lot of legendary heroes to be paraded about from time to time. The quest is Toll Booty and requires starting 3.0. Okay, thank you. Toll Booty, that's an interesting name. Or as he is known in the community, Baymeric. Interesting. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador. By all means, I think it a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of aetheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphinaud believes your presence may help him to secure more favourable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Melchen has explained the situation. She has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the centre of Abelathia's spine, ruled by Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean Alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the Alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbours' pleas, even when the calamity loomed large. And on the fields of Cartanu, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defence of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why, naught. Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so, rather than the lowly messengers we've been fobbed off with in the past. This time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. You agree, a pen in the eye does more damage than a sword against a shield. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. FF14 does a good job of making you feel like the player character is actually a hero. The Dark Knight job quest really deconstructed. Ah, okay. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed. You may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Melchan. Our old friend Lord Haurchefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Though I know but little of Sir Aymeric, I have faith that Alphinaud's efforts are about to bear fruit. Okay. Frey is delightfully creepy? Ishgard is something of a deconstruction and subversion of the nation-state of San d'Auria in FF11. Okay. Just see if there's any different... Oh, we've got people moved around. If you're going to be such a stickler for details, why not write it yourself? We cannot send this to Gridania. The figures are all wrong. And for the love of the 12, you misspelled the Elder Seedseer's name. Yeah, misspelling her name's kind of a big deal. The key to successful negotiations is discerning the other party's motives, and the key to that is a comprehensive understanding of circumstances past and present. Ballads of bloody battles, valiant knights, heroic sacrifice. Trite fare, but who am I to question the preferences of Ishgardian noblewomen? But if I were to become successful, the rewards would far exceed anything I could ever earn as a miner. The fortunes of a songstress rise and fall at the whims of the crowd. Earning the favour of a wealthy patron or two might ameliorate the risk, 'tis true, but such relationships carry risks of their own. Yeah, Tataru was thinking of being a miner, but now she's asking about being a songstress. We honed our skills in the fight to protect our country. Though our land may be lost, our people abide. We must unite against the Empire. Let them see that Doma is not so easily defeated. Doman's fighting alongside the Crystal Braves? I wager there will be no shortage of volunteers eager to exact vengeance on our common foe. Their expertise in covert operations would serve them well in the battle against the Empire, it is true. And yet, I cannot help but shrink from this talk of more fighting. Forgive me, but I cannot talk at the moment. I am in the midst of meditations to fortify my etheric flow. Lady Tataru asked me to accompany her on her latest mining expedition. As a guard, you understand. But the moment she set eyes on that cobra, she ran back at full pelt. It was all I could do to keep up. Do I truly inspire so little confidence? Aww. Yeah, I need to check my mail, thank you. Need to go do that. Have a little look around. Flamen was the Menfilia equivalent in 1.0. Okay. She wore a very revealing outfit. So seeing her look so grandmotherly in ARR is quite funny. Yeah, I like Hoary Boulder. He seems like a good dude. Mail. Ah, I'm counting. The Grand Cosmos. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Music. Oh yeah, so yeah, I got the Cloud outfit. And I kept the letter for it. Enclosed is a 4-piece set of Advent attire. May it... Never mind. Was never mind his catchphrase? Yes? Ah, that's good. Your cat snoring again? Aww. Curious Gorge is still your favourite ROG? Yeah, Curious Gorge is great. Alright, we're going to Camp Dragonhead. Teleport. I should probably end the stream soon and have some dinner. Hello. Haurchefant. Ah, Melchan. Ever a welcome sight? Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. Alright, he's a bit excited for my visit. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Alphinaud, get another outfit, please. That's why you're cold. Ah, good Master Alphinaud. An honour as always. Likewise, Lord Haurchefant. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortemps may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braze. Nudge nudge. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand. Sir Emeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey, and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forgo such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. Intercessory? He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. You had burgers for dinner? In the Japanese localization of FF14, Haurchefant flirted with you outrageously and non-stop. Wow. If he got a new outfit suitable to keep him warm, might not be able to recognise him after all the layers he'd probably wear. Good point. Alright, let's go meet this person. You will find the entrance to the intercessory outside. It's just around the corner to the right. Speak with the guard stationed there when you are ready to begin the meeting. Did it matter your gender for the flirting? Nope. Oh, that's cool. Haurchefant was unashamedly WOL sexual. That's cool. That's good. I see no reason to keep Sir Aymeric waiting, do you? Let us proceed to the intercessory. Most Japanese players found it creepy and disliked him as a result. Ah, okay. Yeah, if it was too much, it would have been unpleasant. Ah, we haven't been in here before. We have been expecting you, madam. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Alphinaud's so short.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Aymeric, okay.
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Aymeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
I'm a celebrity. Alpha's like 14, 16 at this point. Oh wow, I didn't realise he was so young. Alright, that makes sense that he's so short then. At one point, Haurchefant mentioned wanting to get you into his bridal. Pretty flagrant. Whoa. Like, flirting's fine, but if it's like over the top and like you don't have the option as a player to say yes or no to it, then that's, yeah, I can see why that would have been creepy. Fun fact about Aymeric, his face uses unique features that player-created Ellas and males don't have access to. Ah, interesting.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
Oh dear. Negotiations have broken down.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare.
I helped you retake Stone Vigil! Ellazin don't turn into their giraffe stage until around 20 years. Giraffe stage, jeez. believe Ellison also age slower than other races. Okay. Jeez, Alphinaud is so young to be doing all this, like, extremely important negotiations, then.
As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
And what do you want?
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange.
Emmerich's retainer there has a Hur head stuck on an Ellison body. Wow, that's pretty funny. Being the grandson of Eorzea's savior does carry a lot of political clout. Yeah.
Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
Midgard Sorma?
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies.
Yeah, that was the dragon that took down the Garlean flagship. No, it was an airship. Yeah, that one.
I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
Uh-oh.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Wow. Shark fin soup. The massive fin of a megalodon, boiled in a rich Far Eastern broth until soft and gelatinous. Ew. Ding! Level 51. Haurchefant's nickname is Horse Bro for some reason. Interesting. Oh, could go back inside? Alright. Hey. Hello. Just wandering around. Seeing what's up. What? I'm not allowed on this table? Wow. So another caravan has been waylaid by the followers of Iceheart, a name which has reached my ears many times of late. Oh, just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. I am come to hear Lord Haurchefant speak, not you. Wow. Screw you too. We must needs find the heretics and... no, it will avail us naught to rush. Let us hear what Lord Haurchefant has to say first. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the rat, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Melchan. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Love how you can catch megalodons in this. Just casually catch a shark that is several times larger than a great whale. That's pretty good. I shall remain in Camp Dragonhead for now. Should you learn aught of interest, pray return at once. It takes but one pair of loose lips. My men are conducting their own investigation at present. Follow the road south towards Mordona, and you shall find them in the wagon in due time. Alright, let's investigate this and then end the stream and continue this next time. Which, down here, okay. Just need a strong line and the right bait. Remember, you do regularly punch gods in the face. It's true. Go away, mud puppies! They're such jerks. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for... Lord Haurchefant bid you speak with us. Then you must be... Beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it. Though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared. Probably with wagons of their own, hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Sorry, Scion, but if it's answers you want, I've got none for you. Best go and speak what that squire laid up at the observatorium remembers. Best go and see what that squire, if he's fit to speak. You've legitimately been using teleports for so long, you can't remember how the zones connect anymore. Yeah, I do forget every now and then. Just seeing what that description was for that fate. Nothing all that interesting though. Not like that other one with the giants with the 3 riddles. Who still wouldn't let you pass even if you got them right. That was funny. Hello, it's the Dragoon guy. Yeah, I really should do the Dragoon quest at least before we start the next thing, because Dragoons seem like they're very important. And not here? Okay. Upstairs? Hey, Nora, how are ya? You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the 7 Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as. Lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought. Some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same. Else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek. And then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head. and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Oh no. Kind of Blair. Ah, sorry to hear that. Mostly it's the Azure Dragoon who is important. I don't remember if they were part of that quest line. Probably. Not sure if you've noticed, but FF14 loves giving unnamed characters alliterative titles. Oh, I didn't notice that. Surviving Squire. That's cool. Yep. To hear them speak, they truly believe they can resurrect Shiva. But that can't be possible, can it? It can't. Yeah, all the things they were saying about the fervour with which they worship this Iceheart, yeah. It sounded like they were tempered. Well, but get to fight another primal. Eventually. Not yet. Eventually. Bye. The Fisher quests are good if you need a good dose of alliteration. Yeah, actually, I noticed there's a lot of that in those quests. It's good. Yep, Taciturn Temple Knight. Ah, that's cool. Welcome back, old friend. Oh dear, Alphinaud's looking this way. I do not think he likes being ignored. Ah, you've returned. What news have you for us? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphinaud? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Okay. I guess she wasn't a primal. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Haurchefant, what was the caravan's cargo? Crystals! Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva, as a beast tribe or a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Haurchefant, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphinaud. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. The iconic ice summon. Alright. Well, let's end the stream there. Heretics, Dravanians, old familiar enemies. This is something beyond all imagination. But this is something beyond all imagination. Yeah, we'll continue this next time. Who is streaming tonight? Not many people streaming tonight. The only one I would probably... Actually, I can send you to Kikumanshu. He's playing Dark Souls for the first time. Yeah, I'll send you there. Thank you all very much for watching. Kikumanshu? Okay. Shiva equals Shiva. She has no connection to the Hindu god. Okay. Alright, thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you all next time. See ya.